we have installed the framing for our wainscot on this wall here, and usually you guys will see me either put the 1/8 inch sheet behind the framing, and what that does, that eliminates the texture of the drywall, which usually here they're using knockdown or orange peel. Another way to do it is to put the framing of the wainscot on the wall. As you see, we have it here just straight on the drywall, and sometimes we do this and we'll put just a regular 1/8 inch sheet, thin sheet in here to eliminate that drywall. But one thing you can do to kind of change it up a little bit, I've done this a handful of times and it's really cool, but this is the same kind of paneling, but as you can see, this has the beads in it. This is a beadboard wainscot panel, and instead of putting, just a thin sheet in here, we're going to actually put this in here, and it's going to dress it up a little bit more. So this goes in there, and then we'll put our trim along the outside, our offset panel molding that we use on most of our recessed wainscots. So it just changes it up a little bit, and it gives it a really interesting look. And this is actually a kid's room, so we use a lot of beadboard in kids' rooms and nurseries and stuff like that. So I'll show you real quick how this is going to look. This is the bead. This back panel is just plain, and that's usually what we'll do. We usually just put a smooth panel in there, and it'll be just normal looking recess. But this is a fun way to just kind of have fun with it and use this beadboard. So what I'll do, we use a heavy duty construction adhesive, and I'll just actually put this on the back here. I'll just go back and forth. Give it some good coverage, and it's okay, like I like to make it pretty thick, and I'll show you why here in a second. And I try to get it mostly around the whole board, and then I'll take that board or that panel, slide it into its position, and I'll just make sure it fits pretty good everywhere. Now once I have the panel in there with the adhesive on the back, I like to take this white non-marring mallet, this is a flooring mallet, and I'll just compress that adhesive. Now at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 18 gauge nails, and I really like to stitch this thing up, and I really like to give it a lot of nails because all the nails that I use are going to be hidden by the offset panel molding. So I'll really stitch it up and put a nail every couple of inches. And I'm using a V pattern when I nail, which means I'm shooting one at an angle left, one at an angle right, or one at an angle up and one at an angle down. Since I'm shooting straight into the drywall, that's the reason I'm doing that. And really drywall really the adhesive is what's holding it, but I just like to use these nails just for another peace of mind and to hold the adhesive on there or hold the panel on there until the adhesive sets up. So now you can see I kind of went blasto on that and put all those nails in, but that's okay. All these nails will be covered by offset panel molding, and even these nails where we attach the framing of the wainscot, the 3/4 inch material to the drywall, will be covered as well. And I already have this glued up for the sake of this video, but this is the trim that goes inside of the wainscot, and you can see no nails are showing. So this is one thing we do that kind of has a little bit more fun with the wainscot and makes it a little more different than your typical just smooth panels. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time. Take care.